Welcome to tutorialsinhand.com. In this video tutorial, we are going to talk about important points on string, and this is where we are going to enter into strings, and later we will create videos on the concepts on string and different basic programs that can be written using string in Java. So let's start. For now, the important thing that you have to remember is that string in Java is treated as a class. It is not a primitive data type. In some other programming languages, you may have seen that string is also treated like a primitive data types, something like int, char, double float. But in Java, it is a class, and whenever you create any string, you will create the instance of the string class, right? Whenever you create any string object, you will create the instance of the string class. And string can be understood as an object representation of sequence of character values. This I will show you in Eclipse in some time. For now, you must take a note that string class in Java is immutable. That means once you create a string object, its state is final and it cannot be changed over time. Alternatively, you can say that string once created is permanent and its value will not change. We will create another separate video for understanding why string is called immutable in Java and what is the purpose of making string immutable. We cannot explain it in this video because it requires its own separate space and it will require its own explanation. But for now, just remember that when you create any string object, it cannot be changed, means its state cannot be changed. Whenever you create any operation on the created string, then a new object is created. That means any modification to the original string will result in creation of a new string object. And at the same time, you must remember that string class is declared final, right? And you can find string class in java.lang package. These are few important points. Now string class implements comparable, serializable and char sequence. These implementation also has some importance which we will discuss in some other videos again, because this also requires its own separate space. So don't worry, we will talk about these as well. And the important point for now is that we can create string using below two approaches, something like string literal and using new keyword. And your string class provides number of inbuilt methods that we can use to work with in string. We have several important inbuilt methods that is provided, like length and then index of, char add, creating the substring, and similar to this there are a lot of methods that we will see. So let's move to Eclipse and see what does it mean that string can be understood as an object representation of sequence of character value. So suppose if we have a character array of character C and we have some values in it. So this is the sequence of characters that is present in this character array. Now this can be as a object representation of character values. How we can convert this to a string, something like this, and pass the character array into this string constructor. See, you have passed this as a string constructor, right? So this string S is now equivalent to this string that we create using the literal approach. So if you print both of these, you will see that both are same. If you print S and now if you print the str1, you will see that both will give you the same value. See, you have got Java and Java, right? So first one is coming from where? This character of sequence, means this character array when is passed to this string using new keyword. As we have already explained that string can be created in two ways. One is form of literal. So this is the string literal way of creating the string, and this is using the new keyword. So this is the two way we can create string in Java, right? So now if you see that this was a character array which was having these characters separately. Now when you passed this into string, it became this string representation of Java, and the first output that you see over here is coming from this place. And if you again create this Java using string literal and print the value that is within this str1, then also we are getting the same value, right? So that is why it is called that string object can be understood as a object representation of sequence of character values that we have over here. Now there are two ways. First way is using string literal. So we have seen that we have created one string literal and we have also seen this new keyword. It's not that we can only pass this character array, we can create another string using new. So let's create str2 and then have new string, and within this you can create another string something like tih. So this is also the way of creating the string. So we have two ways of creating the string. One is this one is this one. You can directly pass create string object over here, or you can also pass sequence of characters as I have shown over here to create string, right? So generally we will use these two ways whenever we will work in programming. Mostly we will use these two ways, like using the literal and using the new keyword. Now if you see that string is a class, so we have created string over here. If you hover your mouse over here, you will see that string is a class that represents character string, and it is present in java.lang package as we have explained earlier in our slides. And at the same time, if you click control and hover your mouse over here and click on string, it will take you to string.class, and this is the class that Oracle has provided you. Like it is an inbuilt class and it has lot of inbuilt methods also. Now you can see that this string class is already declared final, and this is why it provides you the concept of immutability, which is again an important point in string. And you need to understand why string is immutable in Java, because this is one of the important interview question also and important concepts also in perspective to Java, which you need to understand and be clear with. And at the same time, we already told that it implements interfaces like serializable, comparable and char sequence interface. At the same time, it also implements constant DESC and some constable. So these are the interfaces it implements. And now if you want to check what are the methods it provides, then just click on control and then click O. You will see all the things which is provided by this string class. You see there are a lot of methods that you can use while programming, like you can get the length of the string using this method. You can check if a string is empty or not. You can see the character which is present at particular index, and at the same time you can check if two contents are equal or not. And similarly there are a lot of methods that you can make use of, which is already provided in the form of inbuilt methods, right? So these are the important points we had to discuss about string before we dive deeper into the concepts and then start working on writing the basic programs on string in Java. So hope you have understood the basic and important points about string, and now we will move towards understanding the more deeper concepts and start creating the basic programs on string in Java. Keep learning and keep exploring. Waiting for you in the next video tutorial. And if you have not subscribed us, don't forget to subscribe our channel.